Hi everyone, it's Miss Amy from Camden Public Library, and today, in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is on Monday, we are going to paint some peace symbols with watercolors and in honor of his march for freedom and civil rights and peace among all people. So let's get started. So I have just some old watercolors, and you can see they are kind of a mess, but that is okay. And I also have traced two circles right on this piece of paper. I have also got two. You can use watercolor paper, you can use cardstock. This is cardstock. You could do it right on newsprint. So like a paper bag, you could paint right on that, and that would look really cool. And this will make our peace symbol. So what we'll do is, after we get it all colored, we will go like this, and we'll put one down like that. And then we'll cut this one in half, and I'm not worrying about how it fits right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like that. Okay, and there is the symbol of peace. And what I'm going to do is, when I cut the whole circle out, these will get trimmed down after I glue them down after the watercolor is dry. But let's do some watercoloring. So I just have a brush, I have some water, and I'm just gonna kind of, get a bunch. And these are really, these are really old watercolors. But the great thing is that even though they're old watercolors, it will still, and I'm going to use this to kind of dab it, it will still create a really pretty collage. And I'm not going to worry about going outside the lines, because that doesn't matter. I'm just going to, ooh, that's a little muddy. I'm going to put, put some on here. Just because, I like the green on there. Yeah, so that's one way that we can put that down and just kind of let it go. Yeah, I like that. It's getting a little muddy if I do that, but it still is pretty. Okay, then if I go like this, I could do some splatter paint like this. Okay, this is just another cool technique. This one's messier, definitely messier. You want to make sure you have a good space, but this is another way that we can really, really get some beautiful colors down like that. I'm going to rinse that off and get some red in my arm. You don't want to see my arm. Okay, I'm gonna get some red in here. Maybe some orange. some dark red. Yeah, really pretty. Some purple. Let's do some purple. Oh yeah. So here are two very different techniques: a splatter paint technique, and then this was just using the brush to put the paint down all over the place. And they're very different techniques, but they both create a really colorful background, which then I can use for my my peace symbol. So I'm going to let this dry and then come back to it in just a bit. Okay, so now these are both dry. This one's still a little wet. There was a lot more water involved. This one is good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue stick, and I'm going to glue my first piece of the peace symbol, the Y of the peace symbol, down. And remember, I said I wasn't concerned with where, with, you know, it sticking out. That didn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And then I'm going to, and you could use a different color if you wanted. You could use pink or blue or black or whatever color you want on there, because I'm going to cut this whole thing out after. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And put this one on here, just like that. Okay. All right. So now there is my peace symbol. And what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to cut the whole thing out. So I'm just going to go right around. Okay, so I'm going right around, and I'm going to cut right around the outside of my peace symbol. And this is all in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is coming up on Monday, and his fight for freedom and injustice and civil rights for Black people and minorities, and a symbol of peace. And there we have it. And I really love the splatter paint one. That's really pretty. And you could, if you wanted, you could go and you could do the same thing on this. Okay, so you can see this is just the one that's painted on. So I could trace this with a black right on the outside like this, just to outline it and make it stand out. Like really stand out against the background, the painted background. And there we have it. Beautiful. I love it, and I hope you all have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful weekend, and I wish you all peace in the world today, and you can help make that happen. Have a great weekend. Miss Amy.